Bar Talk number what?
5.
Number 5. Welcome back to Hidden Oaks Homestead Barn Talk. What's going on, everybody? It's such a happy week for me.
Has it?
Oh, such a happy week. We're a farm. We're a homestead. We're not a petting zoo.
Correct.
But sometimes you gotta make exceptions. You gotta make exceptions sometimes. You gotta do what your heart tells you is right. And my guys, since we started this, I have been in love with Highland cattle.
I mean, who's not? They are gorgeous.
We're in love. I'm in love with Highland cattle, and it's just been like a bucket list thing for me. And I didn't think it was anything that was ever gonna come to fruition out here. But I found my boy.
I don't know what to say.
We have a Highland bull now, and we've shared some pictures on Facebook. If you're not following us on Facebook, go to Facebook, look up Hidden Oaks Homestead. You'll find us there, and I'm just so happy.
He's a sweetheart. He's a sweetheart. No.
Let's talk about the bull.
The bull
Is a sweetheart.
He is. He is a sweetheart. He's a teddy bear.
Oh.
He's beautiful. But that was definitely not on my list.
No, but sometimes you have to reprioritize. So I was scrolling.
The problem is he has too much time on his hands during breaks at work.
The bull?
And then he starts scrolling Craigslist ads.
Craigslist, just the local Facebook farm pages. And it was like it was meant to be, and it almost wasn't. And it almost wasn't meant to be. And I'm gonna cover that in a video coming up. I don't want to get into it too much right here because I'm gonna do it in a video. But so excited about. His name's Brody. I ain't even changing his name. His name's perfect, Brody. I love it.
He is cute, and he's very mild-tempered. He's intact. He's an intact bull, but he's very mild-tempered. We haven't had any issues with him. He comes right up.
He's a sweetheart.
He gets his treats. He'll eat hay out of your hand.
So we got him as a pet, kind of, but we're gonna find a role for him. You ever run a business and you're like, this guy's a great hire. I don't know what position he's gonna fill in the company, but he's a guy that we need to hire. That's kind of how Brody is. We're gonna find a position for him. We have a Jersey Holstein heifer that maybe we'll have some Highland Jersey Holstein calves.
Maybe.
Because she's got to have babies to milk.
Yes. So milk does not just show up.
Yeah, milk doesn't just happen. She's gonna have to be bred. And now we have an endless supply of cow seed.
Cow seed.
to spread. We don't have to get AI. We don't have to resource it. And I watched YouTube videos this morning on the treadmill about Highland Jersey crosses.
Oh,
it's a thing.
Oh yeah, I mean you can cross.
It's a thing
for sure.
So he's gonna have a job. Yeah. We'll put him to work. Yeah. And just photo ops.
Was not on my list. Photo op, yeah. I mean right now we got foggy mornings, so if you want to come out here in the morning doing a photo shoot. I'm
gonna take some pictures of him, and he's gonna go on our wall somewhere. He's so handsome.
He is.
You don't get to see him in this video. But you're gonna see him, and he's gonna be a YouTube star for us, I think.
Yeah. Brody's cute.
I think he's gonna be great.
Brody's cute, but again, he is such an impulse buyer.
Me or Brody? I can't tell if you're talking about me or Brody.
Brody doesn't have a wallet. And I'm gonna put him back on an allowance, I think.
Brody?
When we first got married, I had him on an allowance. I think I gotta do that again. Just gotta take all the money away.
Even if I was on an allowance, you agreed to the purchase. Once I showed you pictures of Brody, you were never like, no. It's not like I snuck him in here. You were well aware of what was happening. You were well aware. So anyways, we got Brody last weekend. It's just been cloud nine since then. But one of the things I want to talk about today is Nicole and these business trips.
Oh.
So Nicole works from home. She works from home. You guys
50%
are aware of that.
I have my office days.
She has an office. She goes to the office maybe once or twice a week.
Twice a week.
But
Ish.
she does have business trips that she has to go to. She goes to Georgia a lot, sometimes to Arizona. Mm-hmm. But when she does that, it is trying for the kids and I, to say the least, because the kids, obviously, we live out in the woods. They go to public school, but they don't take a bus.
There is no bus coming to our house.
When Nicole's here, she takes the kids to school, and she has that worked into her schedule to drop them off at school and to pick them up.
Yep.
So I have to be at work at 6:30 in the morning, and the bus doesn't run, or there is no bus. What am I talking about? No bus. It doesn't matter. The kids got to be at school at
7:25.
7:25, and
not a minute later.
Yeah, and then they get off. They get out of school, and they're picked up at 2:53. 2:50. And that just does not work with my schedule at work. So what we have to do, bear with me, is the kids and I have to drive to Grandma's house. Bless Grandma's heart. She's there for us every time we need her. I drive the kids to Grandma's house, and then...
what time?
Well, we'll get into times. We'll get into times. So Grandma lives about 30 minutes away. So we drive the kids to Grandma's house, and then Grandma drives the kids back up here.
To school.
The school's literally 5 minutes away from our house.
About 10.
10 minutes. 10. Let's split the diff, and let's call it 8.
No, definitely minimum 10. I don't know how fast you drive on these dirt roads.
I'm working it.
But there's no way. There's no way I can make it in under 10 minutes. And that's stepping on it.
I'll let you ride with me. Next time we ride out of this gate, I'll show you how I get there. I'll show you guys how I get there in 8 minutes, because I can do it. Anyways, so we got to take them to Grandma's house, and then Grandma takes them to school. And then I just go into work at 6 instead of 6:30 so that I could be there to pick the kids up from school at 3 o'clock. We got it down.
So that Grandma only has to make the trip to school once.
She only has to drop them off. She doesn't have to come back and pick them up. We got it down. We got everything figured out. But what is really awesome about all this is to have the kids at Grandma's house. I gotta have the kids at her place at 5:30 in the morning, so that I can be at work at 6.
So that means you guys get up at 4.
No,
when I'm out
we
of
get
town.
we get up at 3:45. 3:45. 13-year-old girl, 10-year-old boy, and me. 3:45 in the morning, so that we can be out at the barn feeding rabbits and goats and cows
and
donkeys,
dogs and donkeys.
Check on chickens. So that we can make sure that we can be ready for school and work, get all the chores done, have some breakfast, get in the car or the truck, and make the trip.
Make the trek to Grandma's house.
Let me get that water.
You're doing a lot of talking.
My throat just dried up on me.
He's doing a lot of talking today. Yeah, but I go out of town quite a bit for work, so I travel quite a bit, and I try to cut the trips pretty short to where it's really just a day, maybe 2. So I usually get up around 3 o'clock, drive down to the airport, get on the airplane, take care of my business, come back home by like 8, 9 p.m. that day, and then I am done. I don't want to talk to anybody.
While we're up doing these chores, I just picture Nicole at some hotel pool with a margarita and a bikini, just soaking up the rays.
No.
I know it is. I know it's like that.
Yeah, I wish.
I wish. That's what it's got to be.
Wearing my steel toe boots and my PPE, and I'm at the power plant.
And then
I come home.
And then it's to the pool for margaritas.
Yeah. Wishful thinking.
It's got to be. There's no way.
Yeah. He always thinks my life is such roses.
She's flying first class. Flying first class.
I do get upgraded to first class quite a bit, which really means nothing for a flight from Pensacola to Atlanta.
Flight.
It really, it's the same.
You
the
just
seat
sit
is it's a little bit wider.
You sit
that's
in the first
about
row.
it. You get to board earlier than other people, but that's about it. That's really the only difference between first class and regular class. And the only way I'm getting upgrades is because I'm on the airplane all the time.
So the puppies. We're about ready. We're about ready to start having people coming out and seeing them, and we're gonna start taking deposits soon.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people reach out, like, when are you guys gonna start taking deposits? When can we pick up a puppy? So they are playing. They are healthy. They are walking. They're eating. They're drinking.
Yeah.
They are in really good shape, and I think we're gonna start next week, to take deposits.
This weekend we got some friends coming to look at some. We're gonna give them the first dibs on picks.
Picks, not pigs.
Picks. On the picks that they'd like to have before we open it up. We got 21 right now.
Yeah. So we have collars for all of them.
Yeah.
Color-coded collars for all of them.
Color-coded collars.
That's what I said.
No, you said color-coded collars.
Well, whichever.
Rewind it back. We'll watch it later. Color-coded collars.
Color-coded collars.
I said it wrong. I said color-coded. I said coated, not coated. Coated.
Oh, yeah,
like
coded. Yeah. No, coded.
Color-coded collars. Anyways, and not only are they color-coded, but there's also two different types, because we got two different litters.
Right.
And we need to make sure, because they're very similar looking, but one litter is Anatolian Pyrenees, and the other litter is AKC registered Anatolian Shepherds.
Right.
So we want to make sure the people that pay for the registered Anatolian Shepherds get registered Anatolian Shepherds.
Right.
But if you didn't know, it's awesome. The Great Pyrenees, one of their traits is on their hind legs, they have double dew claws.
Yeah, they got extra toadies.
They got an extra toe back there. So it's kind of weird. Piper just like she's her dew claws on the back. She's just got like two of them just dangling, and it's you would think it's a deformity, but it's just standard for the Great Pyrenees breed.
Yeah.
And all of her puppies actually have even though they're mixed with Anatolians, they all have the double dew claws on the hind legs. So that's how you know that those are Anatolian Pyrenees.
Yeah, and they're really beautiful and loud and very active.
We're counting down the days till this is just a madhouse in the barn with a 21 rambunctious, loud, barking, fighting puppies.
We're about ready to move both of the litters in together.
Yeah.
So they're about ready to be mingling and playing and learning together.
Yeah.
We have moved in a piglet with the first litter, so that will train them to be livestock guardians. So you kind of want to expose them fairly early to other livestock so that they know it's not just them. They have to protect other things, and they all eat out of the same bowl. They all drink out of the same bowl. There is no aggression whatsoever. That's kind of how you can tell they are going to accept other type of animals. And it's really a dual purpose for us because it also works with making that little piggy act like it's a puppy.
So yeah, we've got a potbelly, and our potbelly pig had one piglet. So we've taken her. She's weaned from her mom. So we did this with our Cooney, our Cooney boar last year. We put him in with a litter of puppies, and he's
the sweetest.
He just
He's
takes
a
on that
sweetheart.
role. He thinks he's a puppy, and it gives the livestock guardian puppies a chance to start imprinting with livestock. And that's really important with these animals, or with these dogs, these livestock guardians, because if you don't imprint them with the animals early, the livestock that they're going to be with, then it's really hard to get that connection that they need. And so what we do is, while they're with us, we're going to introduce them to the donkeys. We're going to introduce them to the cows and the goats. And pretty soon, probably at 6 weeks, we're going to just put them out in the pasture so they can run around.
And they'll follow their mamas around.
Yeah.
And they'll learn from them, both on what to do and what not to do. The one thing that you want to be aware of when you're training them when they are in that puppy stage is chickens. Don't leave them alone with chickens. Not that they're going to be aggressive, but they are puppies and they will be chasing chickens.
They're going to play with puppies to death.
Chickens.
Chickens, yeah, they're going to play with the chickens to death if you don't supervise them. That's a lesson that we've learned 3 times with our 3 livestock guardians.
Yep.
Is if you leave them out unsupervised and the chickens are free ranging, they're going to get that playful instinct. They're going to play chase, and then when they catch the chicken, they're going to play with it until the chicken stops playing back. And then when the chicken stops playing with them, they're going to get bored and they're going to find another chicken to chase.
Yeah. So it's really free range chickens and young livestock guardian dogs do not mix.
Yeah.
So there's no reason you can't have free range chickens, but you need to be able to be there and supervise.
Yeah.
So you don't want to leave them unsupervised. You want to be there and teach them what's okay and what's not okay.
Yeah, and it's a tough pill to swallow when it happens, because you can't blame the puppy, because the puppy's just doing puppy things, and you got to understand that that's your fault when that happens. And we've had to swallow that pill several times. It sucks, and every time that's on me.
Yeah.
It's hard to
take responsibility for the
to take
animals
responsibility
that you're responsible for.
when you have a loss. And you don't like losses out here, especially when they're unavoidable, and that's down to the chickens and the rabbits. They're not as expensive, but their life is still just as valuable, I would say. So it still sucks.
There's still food providers.
When you come out and you got a dead chicken on the ground and you're like, that could have been avoided, and that's 100% my fault. And you can't blame the puppy for it.
Exactly.
Because you left the puppy unsupervised, and that's what happens when puppies play with chickens.
Yeah, it is. So, to your questions, and don't forget to send us more questions.
We got to have questions.
We can't answer questions if we don't have questions.
Yeah.
So, wanted to touch on a few that are kind of in the same sort of conversation that we've already had today. And one of the big questions is always, Chip, what did you do in the military, and what did you do when you were overseas working? What was your job?
I'm an aircraft mechanic by trade. When I was in the UAE, I was a aircrew flight instructor on helicopters, training the military over there to training the back guys, the guys shooting guns and doing the loading and unloading of troops. But I'm an aircraft mechanic. I work for the Navy right now at a flight school here in Florida. Are you asking me, or are they asking?
Who
do I answer? Who do I answer?
I know.
But that's my day job right now. Is I work for the Navy's helicopter flight school in Florida.
That's it. That's it. And he's saying right now, because eventually he wants to retire.
One day I'm gonna be a full-time pig wrestler.
Yeah.
That's my ultimate goal, is to wrestle pigs.
Gotta get better at it first.
Full-time.
Gotta get better at it first. And for me, I travel for a living. That's basically what I do. not really.
Poolside, drinking margaritas.
I wish. I travel to power plants and I consult there with manpower services and project services. So that's what I do. It sounds fancier than what it is. I still have to wear a hard hat and steel toe boots. So that's what I do with my day job, where he gets to use his hands all day long. My brain is exhausted at the end of the day, and he doesn't understand that that's still work.
I do understand that it's still work. You're my sugar mama, and I support you. What else we got?
Question-wise, what else we got? I got a whole list of questions here. Let's see, what else do we want to answer? Work-wise.
Handwriting is horrible.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's too bubbly really to fast. Read. Plans to add different animals. I think we covered that.
We did cover that. But do we have plans for other animals?
Let me put it this way. The door's always open. Can I say that? Do you feel comfortable saying that? Yeah, that's the way it is. The door's always open.
Let's say he keeps the door open.
Yeah, the door's always open. We're never full. I might see a stray dog on the side of the road coming home tomorrow. Who knows? We might have another dog. I don't know. But once we bring in animals, we make sure that they fit. And we make sure they fit and they're compatible with what we're trying to do here.
He did have a whole sales pitch when he brought home Brody and his ladies. So he had a whole sales pitch there, and he was selling me hard on it for 3 weeks?
Oh, no. I've been talking about Highlands since
I know,
we
but
were in Abu
when
Dhabi.
you found Brody, though, when you found him, he kept on sending me pictures every day.
And the pictures sell themselves. Tell them the pictures sell themselves.
They do. I mean, he will make beautiful wall art for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna be taking lots of pictures of him. I mean, cows in general, they're beautiful. They're beautiful animals.
Yeah.
They are beautiful animals, and I have nothing against cows. It's just it wasn't really in my plan. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
It wasn't really in my plan. Are you looking for the next question?
No, I'm just while you're talking.
Yeah, I mean, one of the questions that comes up quite a bit repeatedly is you guys seem so knowledgeable about animals. Have you always had a farm? Did you grow up on a farm?
Yeah, and about building stuff. I'm not a carpenter at all. I got a buddy that helps me, Will.
Keeping things straight.
He tries to help me the best he can. But knowledge is YouTube based. And I'm not just trying to sell you on YouTube.
Chip is a big user of YouTube University.
Anytime I need to do something that I've never done before, I go to YouTube and I search what I'm trying to find. And it is typically always there, no matter how specific and minuscule it is.
That's true. You'll find a YouTube video for anything you're looking for.
Like I had something happen to my phone. I was just some kind of random setting was messed up on my phone, and I couldn't figure out why my phone was doing this thing. And I Googled it and I YouTubed it, and there was a video on how to go in and change the settings that I would have never known if I didn't go to YouTube.
You could have read the manual.
Manual?
Isn't that what mechanics do? You read the manual?
No, we wing it, and we have the manual available in case somebody comes by.
For inspection?
To inspect us
I got
on our
you.
work.
I got you. But yeah, I mean, the knowledge really comes from doing.
Yeah.
When we started with livestock, same thing. It's not like we were experts on goats before we got them.
Just not being intimidated to try it, to figure it out.
Yeah.
You watch as many YouTube videos as you can, and then you just got to do it. And you're probably not going to do it as well as the guy did it in the video, or the lady did it in the video. But you just do it.
You do, and you learn by doing.
Yeah, and then you do it again, and you get better, and
we're better now. I mean, we have people actually reach out like, well, how did you do that, and how did you go about this? And we can actually answer those questions now because we've been there, we've done it, we've made our mistakes, we've learned from our mistakes. And I mean, we had our 3rd kidding season this year.
And our best one.
Best one. And we've learned over the years on how to make things better, how to make things more manageable, and how to go about it. And it's really the same for the rest of the livestock as well, just like with the puppies and everything else.
YouTube's your friend.
It is.
And don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Is that it?
Is that it? I feel like is it.
We're wrapping it up. But send us your questions.
We gotta have questions.
Yes.
You gotta have questions.
Send us your questions. We still got some to work off.
Yeah. If you're still watching this and you haven't asked a question yet,
better get to it.
For our sake, drop us a question. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you next time.